So I believe that there are some scenarios where shooting on film is just the right thing to do. And I think taking photos at a Disney theme park is the perfect example of that. Nostalgia and film just go together like beans on toast, mate. That's possibly the most British thing that I've ever said. Oh, it's Tuesday, innit, mate? I was born in the 90s, so I grew up watching Disney movies on VHS tapes and taking photos on disposable film cameras like these. And cameras like the KODAK M35 are reusable versions of these. On my most recent trip out to America, I took a toy film camera, a KODAK M35 to be precise, to Walt Disney World. And the photos came out perfect. I am moist. I have eyes on the mouse. He's not 6 foot, can confirm. Exaggerations have been made about his height, as is usual with mafia warlords. And the photos came out perfect. I mean, obviously they're not perfect. They're as rough as a city centre Wetherspoons in the UK at 9:01 AM on a Monday morning, but it's all part of the charm, baby. So in this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of the photos, and I'm also going to share some advice and tips if you want to give something like this a go for yourself. So you get the same look as a disposable camera that gives all those 90s feels, but you can smash roll after roll after roll of film through these cameras. So it just makes sense that this would appeal to me in a Disney theme park. Now, if you are familiar with the channel, you've likely seen me talk about this camera before, but just in case you're new here, I'm going to talk you through the basics of this camera, just in case you want to give it a go yourself. So this is a KODAK M35. It's a reusable 35mm film camera. The photos are messy, they're often blurry, but like parents that were hashtag blessed with a particularly ugly baby, we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Now, you don't have to buy this specific film camera. There's a bunch of really similar cameras like these. I'll throw some of them up on screen right now. They're all equally wonderfully shit, so don't overthink it. It has a fixed focal length and shutter speed and a flash, and that is pretty much it. It's as basic as they come, like your mum, but I think there are just times and scenarios where the rougher film cameras capture the perfect vibe, better than a better camera would. But one of the things I would recommend is using them with the flash turned on wherever possible. With film cameras like these specifically, you want to get as much light into your photos as is possible. Now, most of the photos you're seeing on screen right now were shot on KODAK Ultramax 400, which is this guy right here, which coincidentally is the exact film stock that I would recommend shooting with these kinds of cameras. I also shot a bunch of these photos on KODAK Pro Image 100, which I definitely would not recommend to use with these cameras. You want your film to have a box speed, the little number on the box, of at least 200 really if you're using these kind of cameras, preferably 400. I mean, with that being said though, this photo of the Expedition Everest Yeti was shot on Pro Image 100 at about 50 miles an hour on a moving roller coaster in the pitch dark, so I think that is a W for Pro Image 100, to be fair. I genuinely can't quite figure out how this photo exists, like middle of the frame as well. That's not cropped. Bonkers. To be fair, that is one of the benefits of these toy film cameras though, is that they have like a fixed focal length. Like autofocus would have just been hunting around in the dark. The fact that there's no autofocus going on is one of the reasons why this photo looks so good. But yeah, overall, I am stoked on these photos. I think they capture the essence of a trip to a Disney theme park in a way that a better camera just wouldn't. And really, I think that's one of the things that draws people to film photography in the first place, and simultaneously feels more more whimsical, yet somehow more real at the same time. And there we have it. Thank you for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like it, consider subscribing to the channel. Have you given these toy film cameras a go yet? If you have, let me know in the comments what you think of them, because my opinion changed massively on these. I used to hate them. This one survived like a 9-hour flight, thrown around in my bag, everything. And honestly, you've got to respect the little camera that could after it survives a trip in my camera bag, because I do not baby my gear. Like, this thing has been battered. Anyway, if you are new here, my name is Rob. I'm a full-time photographer and videographer, and on this channel we bang on about film a lot, and film photography, and vintage cameras, and vintage camcorders, and all that cool stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to stick around. I appreciate you being here. I hope you are well. I hope your family is well, but most importantly, I hope your dog is well. Please do provide your pooch with a little scratch behind the ears from me, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Peace.